You're being judged, not by your boss, not by your mom, but by an algorithm that thinks it knows you better than you know yourself. Watch one cat video, you're emotionally fragile. Click a conspiracy reel, you're potentially radical. Linger too long on a cooking short? Chronically snack-prone. Welcome to the silent courtroom, where you're being scored 24/7 and you never got to object. Every swipe, click, scroll, pause, it's all being recorded. No, not by the NSA, probably, but by algorithms so obsessed with your digital footprint, they've basically built your personality profile. This video breaks down how YouTube, TikTok, Netflix, and every other feed machine is silently rating you like a contestant on Black Mirror's Nosedive. And spoiler, even if you've never posted a thing, the algorithm has already made up its mind about you. Let's start with the basics. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, they don't recommend content. They predict which video will make your dopamine do backflips. And how do they make that prediction? With a scorecard. For you, every interaction, how long you watched, whether you liked, if you paused, rewound, skipped, clicked, becomes part of a data blob that says, user 8F6C probably loves hyper-edited gym fails at 2 a.m. Now here's where it gets creepier. You're not just scored on what you like, but how you behave compared to other users in your cluster. That's called collaborative filtering, which basically means other people who watched this also liked this, so maybe you'll enjoy it too, snack-loving night owl. But you never see your score. There's no profile page with badges like low attention span or conspiracy curious. It all happens in the shadows. So while you're thinking you're in charge, choosing what to watch, the algorithm already decided what's next. And it didn't ask for your opinion. Now let's crank up the paranoia. The algorithm doesn't just score you once and forget you exist. Oh no, it updates your score in real time, as in every second, every click, every just one more video before bed moment changes what it thinks you are. Paused on a crying baby thumbnail for 2.8 seconds? Emotional. Skipped a political video halfway through? Mildly unstable or just bored? Binge-watched 9 productivity hacks? Unemployed with delusions of grandeur. YouTube alone processes 80 billion signals per day. That's like if every ant on Earth started filing feedback about your browsing habits. Netflix, Amazon, and TikTok, they're playing the same game, only faster, and with more snack-based judgment. It's called real-time personalization, and it means your entire digital life is one big algorithmic improv show. No script, just signals. And what's wild is, you can't opt out. Even if you delete your history, the platforms still remember how people like you behave. You've been bucketed, labeled, shadow tagged. Want to change the narrative? You'd have to trick the system. Start watching cooking shows in Mandarin, follow llama grooming channels, confuse the heck out of the model until it throws its hands up and says, "We give up, show this person everything." But most people don't fight it, because let's be honest, we like being fed things we enjoy, even if it's a machine spoon-feeding us based on a score we'll never see. So no, you're not stuck in an algorithm. You are the algorithm. And just when you thought your invisible scorecard couldn't get worse, here comes bias. See, the algorithm doesn't exist in a vacuum of math and purity. It learns from us. And guess what? We're flawed, biased, emotional chaos machines. So when an algorithm decides you're into urban fashion because you're black, or you must love beauty content because you're a woman, that's not personalization, that's profiling in binary code. Aesthetic discrimination, but make it digital. This isn't sci-fi paranoia either. Real studies show algorithmic bias leads to less job visibility, political echo chambers, and in some cases, higher policing of specific ethnic groups. All because a system learned what works from data we never curated. Even worse, you can't challenge your algorithmic sentence. There's no appeal. No, "Hey, I swear I just clicked that Andrew Tate video as a joke." Too late, you're marked. The system isn't evil, it's just cold. It's designed to maximize engagement, not justice. It doesn't know your intent, just your clicks. It It doesn't ask why, only how often. So if you've ever wondered why your feed looks nothing like your friends, that's the algorithm judging you, and its verdict? We know what kind of person you are. And here's more of that. Forever. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. You don't actually know how any of this works. These algorithms are black boxes. No user manual, no transparency, just vibes. You feed it your behavior, and it spits out content like, here's a 3-hour video essay about the downfall of the Roman Empire because you watched one gladiator clip while half asleep. Behind the scenes, machine learning models are pulling data you didn't even realize you gave. Not just clicks, but how fast you scroll, when you pause, where your eyes linger. Yes, eye tracking is a thing. And how often you rage quit a video. Even if you turn off personalization, the platform still tracks aggregated behavioral patterns. You're just one anonymous rat in the behavioral lab, but don't worry, they're observing everyone. And here's the punchline. You don't own your data. They do. The algorithms use it to create a version of you that's more predictable than the real thing. That version gets all the recommendation. You just get the illusion of choice. So you're thinking, all right, so the algorithm thinks I'm a sad gym rat who eats snacks and watches conspiracy shorts at midnight. Who cares? Well, you should. Because that hidden profile, that invisible score, affects everything. Not just what videos you see, but how you think, what you believe, who you trust, even what you buy. Enter the filter bubble, a comfy digital echo chamber where every piece of content agrees with your existing opinions. No friction, no diversity, just one long, affirming scroll through your digital comfort zone. And eventually, you mistake the algorithm's content buffet for the actual world. It gets worse. Let's say you're job hunting. Ever applied somewhere and noticed you suddenly start seeing weirdly specific self-help videos? That's not coincidence. That's targeting based on your search patterns, email metadata, maybe even resume uploads. Congratulations, the algorithm knows you're broke. The danger isn't just that it knows too much. It's that it trains you back. You learn to behave in ways that get you the content you enjoy, and the system rewards it. You become more predictable, less curious, more engaged, but somehow less alive. The platform wins, you get dopamine, but your worldview? It slowly narrows until the only thing left is a feed that looks like a reflection, but isn't. You're not just a user anymore. You're a loop. All right, time for the resistance plan. Can you escape your algorithmic destiny? Short answer, not really. Longer answer, kind of, if you're willing to get weird. First, clear your watch history, then click on videos you normally wouldn't. K-pop, woodworking, Mongolian throat singing, confuse the machine. Make it question everything it thought it knew. Second, use incognito mode. It's like putting on a tinfoil hat, not very fashionable, but it keeps the tracking cookies away, mostly. Third, subscribe to creators intentionally, not just impulsively. The algorithm loves patterns, so break them. Make it sweat. Most importantly, be curious. Again, the algorithm is trained on past versions of you, but you're allowed to evolve. Watch the thing you'd normally scroll past. Listen to opposing views. Seek out content that isn't spoon-fed to you. And if the feed feels stale, boring, or a little too on the nose, that's your sign it's time to throw the algorithm a curveball. You can't kill the machine, but you can mess with its script. The algorithm is already judging you. The real question is, are you judging it back? If you're ready to outsmart the system, learn how AI actually thinks, and break out of the digital bubble, hit subscribe. Because here at AI Uplift, we don't feed the algorithm, we confuse it. And trust me, it hates that.